watching CBS 8 Mornings at 6.
A rainy start to the morning. Video just taken here about 30 minutes ago in Kearney Mesa. We could really hear it coming down on the roof here. Thanks for joining us here at 6 a.m. everyone. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Neda Iranpour. And we are working for you here. We have team coverage to get you ready for this day. CBS 8's Regina Yorita joining us with a live look at conditions outside. But we do want to start with meteorologist Evan Durrani.
Yeah, we are starting off the day with plenty of wet weather out there across San Diego County, mainly along the coast and then moving east as the morning continues. The good news, if you're trying to plan stuff for outside later today, is that after about 7 to 10 a.m., we're going to be completely dry, if not sunny, for the remainder of the day. You can see how in Southern California, San Diego is getting the brunt of it. No big surprise there. We've got those showers popping up just around North County as we speak. Coastline is mostly dry from North County all the way down through about downtown. And again, those showers are going to be tapering off from west to east. So that's where we see the direction of this wind and rain going. Sunrise is at 6:52. Between now and sunrise, we'll watch as a lot of those showers do taper off. Wind speeds are pretty dramatic right now. They're at their peak and mostly talking 40 to 50 mile per hour gusts for the mountains and deserts, 20 to 30 miles per hour along the coastline. So still very windy, still very showery out there. And we also have plenty of high surf. So in combination, when we see strong winds, high surf right now, probably a good idea to be spending your time inside for the time being. We want to send things over to CBS 8's Regina Yorita. She is live in Mission Beach with a look at what conditions are like out there. Regina, you've been there for about 2 hours now. How have things been looking?
Yeah, good morning, Evan. Definitely still pretty intense winds here in Mission Beach. At one point, we actually saw the light posts teetering, so they were actually coming back and forth. At the moment, not as much, but when you get those gusty winds, that's when you just feel that cold breeze. There has been some rain coming down. At the moment, not so much. So just we've been seeing, just some slight rain here. But what I do want to show you is this shoreline, right? It's just so close to that retaining wall towards the boardwalk. You can see how close the water is coming. So this is just kind of giving you a glimpse, just a sort of an image of what we are looking at the moment. You see those tides, those waves, just the water coming closer. Not so much any flooding at the moment, but as we get to some sunrise, of course, we could be seeing some flooding in this area. Mission Beach is known for some flooding. So this is what Evan was mentioning, right? We have a high surf advisory that's in effect. We could be seeing some large waves combined with the return of those king tides. So large waves of 5 to 7 feet with some sets to 8 to 10 feet. Those large waves, though, they're making for some dangerous swimming and surfing conditions. So it is not recommended that you are out here swimming. We are seeing one person here. They're obviously attracted to just how close that shoreline is. But of course, you should always keep your distance because you just really don't know just how intense it can get, right? But right there you can see we've got some spectators at the moment, right? One person here taking pictures of what it looks like at the moment, because it is just pretty unusual, pretty crazy to see when you see this, right? I mean, this is how close the shoreline is. You see the retaining wall, the boardwalk just a few feet away, but no flooding just yet. But Mission Beach, again, as you know, it is prone to flooding. So we could be seeing some flooding here towards the boardwalk, towards the parking lot, but at the moment, nothing so much. But yes, very close to where we are standing. So pretty crazy, pretty intense to see. That's the latest here in Mission Beach. I'm Regina Yorita, CBS 8.
And Regina, we're still more than 2 hours away from the actual high tide today at 8:15 this morning. We'll be all the way up to 6.7 feet. So tide is just going to keep on building. Remember, you are being asked to help document king tides today and tomorrow as we go through this. Scientists say king tides have worsened because of the rise in sea levels. We're seeing more extremes from high to low. You're encouraged to take pictures and videos, submit them online safely, of course. The data collected will go to a statewide database. Also want to point out low tide at 3:38 this afternoon, negative 1.7 feet. And we do have all the information on the king tides, a link to that at cbs8.com. Click on the help button. That's also where you can find where to upload any images. Those strong winds are expected to make traveling to and from school a challenge for some students this morning. So here's a heads up for schools in the Mountain Empire Unified School District. Schools will be closed, and all schools in the Warner Unified School District will have a late start at 9:30 a.m. That's because of your chance of snow. To keep up with the latest weather conditions and alerts on the go, download the free CBS 8 app from Google Play or the App Store. And show us the weather where you live or any damage. Of course, only if it's safe for you to do so. Take some pictures and videos, share it with us through the CBS 8 app. There's a Near Me section there at the bottom. Click on that and then just share with us.
And this just coming in here, a bomb threat was reported at the house of the judge in the civil fraud trial involving former President Donald Trump. This comes less than an hour before closing arguments begin at 7 a.m. our time. The proceedings will continue as planned. Police say extra security has been added. Also, this just in here, a new report on inflation was just released. According to the Labor Department, the Consumer Price Index increased 0.3% for the month, higher than the 0.2% estimate. This pushed the annual rate to 3.4%. Economists were predicting it would decrease to 3.2%. Still not clear how this will impact interest rates in the coming weeks here. Keeping a close eye on this. Coming up, we will take a closer look at how the stock market is reacting to this latest report. Also developing right now, the Bill Belichick era is over. Belichick and the New England Patriots have mutually agreed to part ways. Belichick spent 24 seasons with the Patriots, winning 6 Super Bowl titles. Belichick's exit from the New England Patriots comes less than 24 hours after his close friend Nick Saban retired from Alabama. And then we're also learning that Seattle Seahawks head coach Pete Carroll will not be returning to the sidelines next season. He was relieved of his duties as head coach yesterday. Carroll will remain with the franchise as an advisor. So you add up all the Super Bowls and the NFL and the championships for college football between them, 18 between those 3 men.
Quite a few, right?
A lot leaving the door, a lot of experience.
Yeah, a lot of experience, a lot of years stacked up doing what they do. So big changes on the way. This morning, reaction coming into Mayor Todd Gloria's State of the City address.
Last night, the mayor touched on everything from affordable housing to infrastructure to public safety. And CBS 8's Alex Lai live downtown now with all the highlights and some reaction to this as well. Alex?
That's right, and the mayor's State of the City address was actually addressing one of San Diego's biggest issues, and that is homelessness. So last year, volunteers counted 6,500 people experiencing homelessness just in the city of San Diego, and that's up more than 24% from the year 2022. Since then, the mayor said that we have more than doubled our resources to get people experiencing homelessness off of the streets. And that is just last year. And coming into this year, he says that there will be more than 1,000 shelter beds added to the homelessness shelter system, including the renovated old downtown Central Library.
We plan to create additional shelter space, along with hundreds of new, affordable, permanent homes for low-income and formerly homeless San Diegans. In the region.
He also highlighted his work on strengthening enforcement around illicit fentanyl, saying before his order, San Diego saw around 34 fentanyl-related arrests a month. And after his executive order, that number has risen to 53 arrests per month. Although, of course, this meeting did not go without controversy. Protesters were heard both inside and outside the address last night. This includes criticism from Genevieve Jones-Wright, who is running for mayor. She took to Facebook Live to share her response to Todd Gloria's speech.
Mr. Mayor, streets are not a home. Neither are tents, asphalt parking lots, or temporary shelters. Criminalizing our most vulnerable residents is not a humane response to people who have already lost everything.
And coming up at 6:30, we'll give you some more details about what Todd Gloria said last night, including the strides that he has taken to increase public safety over the last year, and of course also reaction from Genevieve on what she thinks about the mayor's speech. Out here live, Alex Lai, CBS 8.
Alex, thank you for that. And yeah, this morning you'll still want to bundle up, even though it feels warm.
Right, yeah.
Temperatures are
Even
warmer.
though temperatures are 25 degrees warmer than
A
yesterday.
windbreaker at this point.
Yeah, I mean, when you feel the wind and you see the rain out there, good idea to probably still be keeping the jacket on hand with you, especially one with a hood. You saw Alex out there, the wind blowing around her, and we were checking in with Regina earlier. So both have confirmed that same situation. Here at the 6 o'clock hour, we're essentially at our peak in terms of rain and wind. Wind is intense, rain not quite as intense. So it's hard to kind of grapple with the two at the same time because wind is much more of a factor this morning than the rain is. We see that over the next several hours. We have the expectation of complete sunshine out there following about 8 and 10 a.m. 10 a.m. is when we see an expiration to high wind warning and wind advisory. We have that coastal flood advisory in effect through noon. So if you want to err on the side of caution, you could say afternoon hours are going to be sunny, but I'd say you can expect sunshine as early as 9, maybe even 10 a.m. We do see that 20% chance of rain between about now and 8 a.m. Current temperatures out the door, like we said, 50s out there. You'll notice that temperatures are about 20 degrees different from Oceanside to Alpine. 25 degrees warmer right now in Ramona than this time yesterday. 25 degrees warmer in Julian. But we are trading one thing for another because instead of the clear, dry conditions out there, we have cloudy skies, we have wind, we have rain, and we've got high surf. 5 to 7 foot waves, possibility of some 8 to 10 foot sets out there. Coastal flood advisory is on about 4 hours of either side of high tide because we have those king tides in play thanks to that new moon. So high tide is at 8 a.m. It started at 4 a.m. It will stay in effect through noon, and that's for the entirety of the San Diego coast. Watch for minor coastal flooding, including boardwalks, low-lying parking lots, even some of the homes around there see the threat of some minor flooding. Wind advisory and high wind warning are both in play. High wind warning is exclusive to the mountains, but everywhere else is under a wind advisory. Both of those expire at 10 a.m. Let's check in on traffic, see how your roads are as we kick off the morning. It's 6:12 on the clock right now. You can see on the 163 southbound, just south of the 8, we've got cars moving at a pretty normal speed out there, but we are seeing some of that moisture kicked up by the cars in front of you. So watch out for that. You may need the windshield wipers. Road weather index is quite busy out there. The green showing areas where you're going to experience those very wet roads right now. And then off toward East County, as you move toward Pine Valley, Borrego Springs, really the mountains in particular, you're watching for the possibility of some snow or at least a mix of rain and snow. We just saw one crash cleared in the Chula Vista area. Number 4 lane is back open after that crash on the 805 southbound at 43rd Street. That's where on the 5 northbound you see those red colors there. That means that they have reopened that number 4 lane. That crash is cleared, but it is still causing quite a bit of congestion. Farther up on the screen there, crash on the 805 northbound at Imperial Avenue. So both of those things working in tandem this morning to cause a little bit of a rocky start to the morning for both the 5 and the 805 northbound lanes. Let's check in on border wait times here at 6:13. San Ysidro Port of Entry going to take you about 100 minutes to get across. Otay Mesa Port of Entry about an hour in total. How's things back to you two?
Evan, thank you very much. And still ahead here, a local man thought he was the victim of a ding-dong ditch prank, but it turned out to be much worse. His warning now to others.
Plus, who just dropped out of the race for president? And new video of a deadly avalanche.